for Peel last season, that was a bit of an undoing for them. They couldn't beat Russian in the games that they played against them. They had a loss and a draw, and that was one of the key reasons that they didn't go on to contest and fight for that title right down to the last day. In their last 2 wins against Russian, Lee Gale has been on the score sheet both times. In an FA Cup 4-3 win, he got a hat-trick. And the last time they won in an Old Firm clash in the league, it was Lee Gale with a last-minute winner. So he will be key, as we already know. But who is your money on for the Old Firm this weekend?
Well, it's at Russian, isn't it, for a start? So they always have great support, which is like an extra man for them. But I think Peel do start off as slight favourites. I know defensively they're going to be sort of tinkering with things. I think tomorrow, I think Luke Doherty's back. So I would say that Steve Faulkner will put him in that back line. Tom Wood's still injured, so I can't see Tom making it back for this. So we'll just wait and see what Steve is going to do there. But he's got some good players still there to select from, and if he has to shift things around, he'll do that. But up front, Lee Gale's back from holiday, so he'll be nice and tanned and looking to see if he can continue that great scoring ratio he does have against Russian. But when you look at Rhys Oates and also Dan Simpson in there, it really is a potent strike force, and if you can keep them under control, then you're in with a chance. And there's no doubt about it, Liam Cowan's team could do that because Russian at the start of the season, there was all sorts of rumours to say that 1 or 2 players would move, and they did. Dan Hattersley went, Josh Kelly went, but I think Liam's done a great job covering for that, and Jamie Johnston's taken up the mantelpiece and done really well in front of goal. Mike Williams as well has scored goals, so it's going to make for a great game of football. Hopefully you're going to let me go, Chris, but the pitch should be in good nick, and let's just see how it goes.
I'm pleased you did mention the front 2 for Russian. Mikey Williams and Jamie Johnston, that the 2 sources of goals really so far for Russian early on in the season, they've been on fire as well. So will this be a match which is won by the team who's got the most organised defence?
Yeah, possibly, because as I say with Peel, it's waiting to see what sort of defence they're going to have out there, because Joel Callow's done really well since he signed for him. You've got people like, Eric Kelly's in there as well. It'll be Luke Doherty will be there. So it's that left-hand side. I just wonder what he's going to do, and maybe just bring Daniel Lace back for a bit of security. And, Owen Dawson, he's a good goalkeeper, so it looks really good. But with Russian, when you have a look at their defence, and I think it's great to see Alex Maitland, because to me, he's cemented his place in the Ireland setup now, and shows you how much it's worked for him playing at Russian. And a lot of clubs were chasing him at the start of the season, but he stayed loyal with them. Jordan Corkle as well, Stephen Corkle's son, good player, and they play well alongside each other. And then you've got Dean Kearns in goal. So, it's really strong, both sides. And I just hope that Russian can work in that area they need to work really hard in, is that midfield role, to try and stop any delivery coming through to the front boys. And hopefully the rest of them can keep things nice and tight, and they can get a result out of it like they did last year.
You talk of Alex Maitland. Will this be a real insight for the Ireland side and the Ireland setup, seeing how he copes with a potent attacking force that includes the likes of Lee Gale, Dan Simpson and Rhys Oates?
It won't trouble him. I think it's a step up for Jordan Corkle, and I don't mean that in a horrible manner. He's a young lad, and he's learning his trade, and he's doing very, very well. But it's like anything, that when you want to play against the best players, and the Ireland side last week, for whatever reason, it didn't quite click for them. So there's 1 or 2 sort of players, I think, this week have just got a bit of a desire that they want to, just get themselves back on track, because up until the game on Saturday where they lost, it was all looking pretty for them. All the players were playing well for the club, for their Ireland, and then suddenly there's a little doubt thrown in, and let's just see how they can do. But it's a great game, and as I say every year, when you see that yellow and black shirt against that red and white shirt, it's something special, and it's something that I've witnessed for many, many years.